It's not in my interest for Hector Salamanca to die at this time.
Not how I'm used to seeing you in here, Mr. McGill.
Not how I'd like to be seen. I will fix this.
Each week we break down another Better Call Saul episode in order. This one has some surprises, and I've got 54 details you might not know in Season 3, Episode 3, Sunk Costs. We begin by focusing on a pair of hanging shoes, and everything seems to be tinted slightly yellow versus something more natural like this. Ah, the sign confirms that we're in Mexico! Besides the border crossing in Fifi, this is the first Mexico scene in Better Call Saul, and they modified the yellow look that Michael Slovis invented for Breaking Bad. The Breaking Bad effect incredibly was a filter on the camera and therefore baked into the footage. This is a more subtle warmth and done in post. Once again, we're presented with a mystery that will be explained later. And there's a detail about this scene that gave me goosebumps, but it doesn't become apparent until later in the episode, so I'll get to that in a bit. After that short teaser, we're back to where we left Mike. Although they surprisingly reshot this whole moment. Not only is the timing different, but so is the sky, camera angle, and the placement of everything. Even the cracks in the paint tell us we're in a different spot.
Yeah.
May I assume that you are armed?
Yes.
I do not wish to see your gun. If I don't, I promise you won't see mine. Are we in agreement?
We are.
Expect 2 cars momentarily.
You care to elaborate?
That does appear to be the exact same piece of paper we saw last season.
It's not in my interest for Hector Salamanca to die at this time.
Who is he to you?
An associate of an associate.
He knows a guy who knows a guy.
Who is he to you?
Hey, that's Tyrus back there. In Breaking Bad, he seemed to be Victor's replacement.
Yo, you the new guy?
Yeah.
But apparently he's been here all along.
He threatened my family. I'm not gonna let that go.
You'd taken his money. Your family was no longer in danger. And yet, still, you robbed his truck. Most men would have walked away. But instead, you made an attempt on his life. Why?
So far, it's harder to tell than with Francesca, but Giancarlo is going for a fresher, less jaded version of Gus who is more energetic and less sure of himself.
I understand that a civilian found the driver. Hector murdered this civilian, correct?
He wasn't in the game.
I can't allow you to kill Hector. You hurt Hector when you robbed that truck. His business, his pride.
You and your pride!
If you were to hurt him in the same manner, again, I would not stand in your way.
I'm done with that.
Then our business here is finished. I trust that you are done with Hector Salamanca. Goodbye, Mr. Ermentrout.
Wait.
So much for empty roads. It looks like a car might be coming and not be pleased with these guys.
Hector's your competition.
Why do you ask?
Because I'm not done with Hector Salamanca.
Offices of Jimmy McGill.
Something's come up, and I need you to reschedule all my appointments for tomorrow.
When do you want me to reschedule for?
Let's talk about it tomorrow.
That's an actual Suzuki manual, and that's the return of the fake Wilmington cigarette brand preferred by Jesse and named after Wilmington, North Carolina, where Vince's brother-in-law lives.
Tell Kim I won't be back in tonight.
Not a callable number since there's a 1 after the area code.
Have a great night.
You know you can wait inside. You won't want to hear it, but this is for the best. Whatever you think of me, whatever colorful names you're calling me in your head right now, I'm trying to help you. Here's what's going to happen.
Sorry, it only counts when Mike says it.
Here's what's gonna happen.
The police will arrest you, and I'm sorry, but I will be pressing charges. You'll face those consequences, and you'll come out the other side a better man.
I'm calling the police. Maybe what it takes is you drying out in a jail cell.
This is an opportunity. That's why I'm doing this, not to punish you. You have to make a change before it's too late. Before you destroy yourself or someone else.
Chuck's making a lot of sense here, and he's right, but is he sincere?
And I believe you can change.
Wait, which is it?
People don't change. You're slipping Jimmy.
And when you're ready, I will be there to help you walk that path.
Ugh, that just seems sanctimonious. But writer Jennifer Hutchison says she feels Chuck believes that when he says it. But does he want Jimmy in jail? Some people think that was his original plan, then changed his mind after how Jimmy's about to respond. I think his plan unveiled at the end of this episode was his plan all along.
Here's what's going to happen. One day you're going to get sick again. One of your employees is going to find you curled up in that space blanket, take you to the hospital, hook you up to those machines that beep and whir and hurt. And this time it'll be too much, and you will die there, alone. Here's my ride.
This was shot at a former detention center that was turned into a Girl Scout camp. The hallway walls had murals of rainbows, unicorns, and flowers all over, so the crew covered them up with giant post-it note-like paper. The guy playing Officer Sutton was a real police officer and police tech advisor for Better Call Saul at the time, and later for El Camino. Supposedly he's also this guy in Breaking Bad, and he'll appear in El Camino, so he's one of the rare people in all three, although he's a different character in Breaking Bad.
Rings, phone, wallet, ties, belts, feet. Follow me this way.
This guy's also a real police officer.
Face me.
Bob's 5'9" in real life, but I guess Jimmy's taller. This Sony camera, designed for taking passport photos, is an anachronism. Surprisingly, these alcohol wipes are too.
Holy hell. I thought they were bullshitting me. What the hell happened, man?
Family trouble.
You're married?
Disagreement with my brother.
That hard ass, I don't blame you. Hey, how's Omar?
Omar. Who do you think's gonna catch this?
It depends on who's available when it comes in.
Don't you want to throw the book at me for old time's sake?
I'll see if I can work some magic. Just had to see it for myself.
Did you know that you have rights?
Jimmy McGill getting fingerprinted with the Hoi Polloi.
That's Greek for the many, now a condescending way to refer to commoners.
I'll check and see if I can get your first appearance moved up.
Sounds like he's planning to bring a Beanie Baby.
Thank you.
Chances are you're spending the night. Gonna be okay?
Beats the back of a nail salon.
Pick the biggest guy, punch him as hard as you can. Show dominance. You do know how to throw a punch, right?
Yeah, all right. Goodbye.
Kim slept in her office, and her morning routine becomes the next montage. Just like Jimmy with his Davison Maine mug, Kim still uses her old HHM mug. There's nothing wrong with a free mug. Between the music and the crash zooms, this is probably the wildest montage in the Breaking Bad universe. The style seems to be inspired by Edgar Wright. This episode was directed by John Scheiben, who also directed the Rebecca episode that gave us the previous Kim montage and Bill Oakley's previous appearance. And just like in Jimmy's dad's store, Golden Goose is back to bring us a bunch of anachronisms in this montage. The most obscure one is that the Cleaneries logo is too new. The Conair 1875 was released in 2004, and Visine Advanced was introduced in 2015. It's only 5:36, so she finished her routine only 6 minutes after waking up. With two great montage songs, music supervisor Thomas Goljevich was nominated for an Emmy for this episode. And I should have had this counter from the start. The number of Emmys won is 0. I think he fixed his car.
What's going on?
Mr. McGill fired me.
Poor Ernie. Of course Chuck feels completely justified doing this as he can't trust him.
You must not, you cannot tell anyone.
But he knew that as soon as Ernie covered for Jimmy at the hospital, so this is really just extended retribution after exploiting him first. And it's sweet that Ernie's not even mad at Kim and Jimmy.
What happened?
It doesn't matter. Is Jimmy okay? I didn't mean for this to happen.
What happened to Jimmy?
McGill. You're up.
The creators confirmed that the BCDC, Bernalillo County Detention Center, was a mistake. He's supposed to be
an MDC.
Metropolitan Detention Center.
CR2003113081.
Although the format is a little different in real life, this indicates that it's now supposed to be 2003. Although the timeline experts still place us in October 2002 based on other clues.
The year the Titanic went down.
The judge's last name is a shout out to writer Jennifer Hutchison's in-laws.
Not how I'm used to seeing you in here, Mr. McGill.
Not how I'd like to be seen.
And this actress, Molly Hagan, shares a unique trait with Bryan Cranston. She also played Frankie Muniz's parent.
You've been accused of 4th-degree felony breaking and entering, petty misdemeanor assault, plus criminal damage to property.
This couple also appeared at Jimmy's bingo game. They were the very first people shown. They were also present for Jimmy's breakdown in Marco.
A white pearlescent BMW 7 Series with a white leather interior.
By the way, while searching for them, I also found Mrs. Schmosko. It's interesting that she'd go to him after witnessing his breakdown.
Victim is your brother Charles? Seriously?
Yes, Your Honor. I wish to enter a plea of not guilty.
Have you secured counsel?
Yes, Your Honor. Kim Wexler, I'll be representing Mr. McGill in this matter.
I'll be representing myself.
You know what they say about a man who represents himself.
I'm aware.
Your Honor, may I have a moment to speak with my client?
Sounds like he's not your client. Mr. McGill, would you like to take a moment to discuss this with your potential counsel?
No, Your Honor, I'm all set.
That's a painful rejection after her scramble to be there for him.
I'm sorry I was going to call you, but then I thought I'd tell you in person.
She's a real court stenographer, and she leaned forward without being told so she could hear Bob and Ray better. The director saw that and loved it, so he then set up this shot so she could do it again. But it's a great reminder that you shouldn't have private conversations in front of a judge.
You have no priors?
He was arrested because he
Defecated through the sunroof.
But apparently this didn't show up here because it happened in a different state.
Where are you currently practicing law?
Elder law.
What a noble pursuit. I see no reason to deny you bond. $2,500.
Now Kim's even doing 2 spaces after a semicolon, but word has alerted her to the mistake.
I fucked.
What?
I fucked up. Chuck bamboozled me. Again. And then I didn't call you, which is stupid, but I didn't call you for a reason, okay? Because this is my screw up.
It was Bob's idea to do this as one long take, which feels very suspenseful as we wait for Kim's reaction.
And I know you want to help, of course you do, because you're wonderful. You're up to your ears in Mesa Verde, and I will fix this. Myself, me, Jimmy McGill.
You don't save me. I save me.
Although there are many reasons for Kim to be mad at him, she should at least appreciate this viewpoint.
You have got to let me do this on my own.
Okay.
Thank you.
I finished it. I mean, I just touched up the edges. Is that okay?
That's a real photo of Tina, who plays Francesca, and her father.
Looks nice. This isn't a typical week around here.
Yeah, totally. I didn't think that it was.
A bell and a shot of a wheelchair. Hey, it's Dr. Barry Goodman.
This man pays my salary.
And about his name. When Peter Gould looked this up, his reaction was, how is this a name for a Mexican doctor? And why would we name another character Goodman? It turns out the writers never named him that. Most likely, actor J.B. Blunk's agent changed it on IMDb because it looks better on a resume to have a named role. And the name just stuck even though it's actually never used in either show.
El corazón y los pulmones se oyen bien. No tiene la garganta roja.
J.B. Blanc is British and, like many of the actors, doesn't speak Spanish. Howdy do. This actress appeared in the Los Pollos Hermanos commercial I showed last time.
Taste the family.
Mike is pretending to have Montezuma's revenge.
Montezuma's revenge, big time. I mean, everything's going through me like crap through a tin horn.
But that's an American colloquialism, so the consulting translator came up with
La venganza. Mr. Clark.
Mike's using his go-to alias from Breaking Bad.
Inspector Dave Clark, like the Dave Clark 5.
It's debatable, but I think that's enough for the Dave counter.
And how may I help you today, Mr. Clark?
I believe our mutual acquaintance called ahead.
Mikey and Gus working as a team.
He told me what, but not how much.
I need a package yay big.
Yay big. And what's that in grams?
This big.
Wow, it's a Volvo just like the one Walt drove from New Hampshire. In real life, this is really an animal hospital a block away from the site of Los Pollos Hermanos. And this is a callback to Live Free or Die. Could one of those chickens be Wendell?
Wendell doesn't eat, nobody eats.
Another callback. With Jimmy feeling down, Bill's definitely the comic relief in this episode.
Is somebody sitting here?
No.
Peter Gould joked that he wanted enticing smell waves emanating from the burger, but post-production supervisor Diane Mercer said no. I've got you, Peter.
So how was it?
How was what?
Your night in MDC.
I caught up with a few old clients.
Yeah.
Want one?
No.
This whole thing is a big misunderstanding, and I'm always ready to make a deal. Just call me Monty Hall.
This time it counts.
I'm Monty Hall. What's behind door number 2?
Last time Chuck was the one that brought up let's make a deal.
Good luck with that.
Both of their hand positions change at this camera switch. But now's a good time for me to point out that Bill has always worn a wedding ring.
You're married?
It's the actor's own ring, who just happened to wear it before they fleshed out his character, but it made sense for him to keep wearing it.
Play your cards right, they may go for it.
They?
Someone from Berlin. I don't know, boss used the words tough but fair.
Uh-oh.
You're tough, but you're fair.
That's what I'm saying.
Got a jam.
If Jimmy were Walt, this Gene scene would be a clue that he's going to murder Bill at some point. He didn't finish those, did he?
Burger's getting cold.
You want it?
Yeah?
There's too many trans fats.
I've had enough trans fat for one lifetime.
Oh, those are the best fats.
Mike is still in Mexico.
And here's the same stop sign before it was shot up. As you might expect, this was really shot in Albuquerque. It's very close to the studio, and they had to be careful not to show the familiar water tower. These shoes were custom designed by Jennifer Bryan, the costume designer, and she found a company in China to manufacture a small batch of them. They had about a dozen pairs, and yes, red was intentionally chosen for criminality. Both of these shoes are suddenly laced higher. Don't worry, Mike, Howard's got you. The rule of threes is back again, as the third time's the charm. Mike should keep that in mind if he ever decides to call Walt.
The complete amateur.
Jonathan's stunt double, Richard McKelvey, did the successful toss. He looks a lot like him. Although writer Jennifer Hutchison said that some CG was used to marry shots together, so perhaps this is still Jonathan's head or even whole body. Richard made the shot on the second try, so Bryan Cranston is still the champ. And Mike drives away, so the shoe mystery continues. Most of these poles are digital. There were only 2 real poles there.
Ms. Hay?
Mr. McGill?
Meet me at the front door.
You took away your brother's key when you hired this employee?
I changed the locks.
Did he strike you?
No, nothing like that.
Did he have a weapon?
Her mouth didn't move there.
Did he have a weapon?
Well, as I mentioned, he used a fireplace poker to break into my desk.
Did you feel physically threatened?
My brother is a lot of things, but even he has limits.
And you're willing to appear as a witness even though he's family?
Unfortunately, yes. I'm curious about your strategy.
As officers of the court, I feel we should be held to a higher standard. I'll hold the line on the felony, which means this could possibly go to trial.
You know, Jimmy has a good heart. He has a good heart.
This appears to be another Godfather-inspired moment.
He's got a good heart, but he's weak, and he's stupid.
Both Jimmy and Chuck have a tendency to use honest emotions in dishonest ways, and I believe that's what Chuck's doing here.
He's my brother. He's emotional. He flies off the handle.
I understand, but this is more than flying off the handle.
I can't help wondering if there's not a better solution for everyone.
It's so subtle, but that was a digitally added flash to indicate Mike's binoculars. In addition to the digitally added poles and power lines, they had to erase some buildings and tracks from off-road vehicles. This is Jonathan's double Richard again. The close-ups of Mike were done in a much lower spot that was more accessible. After the heist, Hector has implemented a new security protocol. I'm guessing all the drivers share the same hiding spots. The one we previously saw was 10 miles away from the border on the US side, and this one is just over 12 miles away on the Mexico side. I'd be worried about the falling bullets hurting someone, but I guess the chances are minuscule out there.
¿Qué piensas? Quizás son cazadores.
I assume that's the same rifle he got from Lawson. Did Lawson not give him the speech?
Get the word this won't wind up crossing the border.
Cazadores.
Mike is making it sound like someone hunting and not a threat. That way they won't think anything about the noise from this shot. Wow, what a shot. Although that's the right shoe and he only put drugs in the left shoe. There were squibs in that shoe, although they really did shoot a pair off camera to test what it would look like in real life. So the shoe mystery is solved, although the shoes still look brand new and the signs are in much better shape. Writer Jennifer explained that the teaser takes place an unspecified long period of time after Better Call Saul, at least several years down the line, which means we probably got a glimpse of the Breaking Bad timeframe here. Notice that it was a Los Pollos Hermanos truck doing the route rather than Hector's truck, foreshadowing Gus replacing Hector. The shoes are missing the bullet hole though. To pull off this stunt, they had an electromagnet keep the laces together, then flipped a switch to make them separate. We're back at the border, and Dave Porter brought back his same border crossing theme from last time. Silently sitting is what these dogs are trained to do when they find something, so they don't alert the suspect.
Looks like we got a hit.
Although maybe the dog should have gotten some praise. This was the third dog they tried. One of them was even a cadaver dog. But this one is a real drug-sniffing dog, and to trigger the reaction, they put the essence of heroin under the step, which is the pheromone from it, but not the real thing.
Get down on your knees!
The only reason this scheme works is that the driver is guilty. The dog's reaction gives the inspectors probable cause to detain the drivers and perform a thorough search of the truck, and they will find drugs smuggled in a tire. Perhaps it's unrealistic that there'd be enough powder left to be detectable after driving 20 kilometers, though. The writers considered Mike doing something right at the border crossing instead, like posing as a food vendor.
I brought sandwiches, pimento cheese.
They call it the caviar of the South.
But that seemed a bit ridiculous. This is all still part of the set that they built to recreate the real office. They're not outside.
Jesus, how old is this?
I found it in the glove box. Best guess, from back when all the doors matched. I got a deal offer from the ADA today. She's offering me pre-prosecution diversion.
Seriously? A PPD.
The writing here is really skillful because it's tricky that both characters know what a PPD is, but most of the audience has no idea.
That's great. Jimmy, what does she want you to confess to?
All of it.
As long as they never activate it, it doesn't matter, right? You gonna be able to keep your nose clean for a whole year? Keep Victor with a K on lockdown?
If I don't, it's instant jail, right?
This is good news, and Chuck is gonna be pissed. It's a big check in the pro column.
Actually, the PPD was Chuck's idea. Shit. Yeah, my written confession.
Your written felony confession.
Immediately submitted to the New Mexico Bar Association. I thought he wanted me in jail. He just wants my law license.
What are you gonna do?
He's got me boxed in. Him and his cronies versus me, alone.
Not alone.
Kim.
Come on. You need me.
Why would you? Come on. This guy?
Let's just call it the fallacy of sunk costs.
Once again, they save the title drop for the very end. I'd say she's just trying to lighten the mood with a joke and a callback to his own words.
That's the sunk cost fallacy.
But it is funny to call their relationship a mistake. Writer Jennifer described it as Kim saying, "I love you, dummy. Of course I'm going to help you."
So what now?
We, take that PPD and we shove it right up Chuck's ass.
Vince said that this shot and their chemistry makes him think of Mulder and Scully from The X-Files, but it also looks like Fight Club. Coincidentally, the director of Sunk Cost's son, Jerry Scheibin, played the role of Scully's first baby. This was the very first episode where Vince wasn't involved in post-production, just Peter. We're entering a brave new world until season 6. I agree that Sunk Costs isn't a very memorable title for this episode. Shot is an interesting choice. What do you think? Congratulations and thanks to the new 1-year members! Crab Greyho, Dimped, Braden George, M, Callum, Matuz Orlinski, Gert, Why Did You Abort Me, Mace, Kian, The Jonathan, Harley, North, and El Guapo Gato. And to the new 6-month members! Mint, Maxwell, Andrew J, AJ, Lamazar BRW3, Armapillo, Wiver King, CR Nux 58, Lude Kiwi, Sockfox, Sam Harris, Rigon, Jack, Pietro, Glitch, sometimes Randall, Navius Naya, Marverdos, Chris A, A Kid Named Finger, Buxi, Alik, Part-Time Job, Jacob Lundusky, Warlock, Corey Holland, Loch, Cohen G, Adam Grzellik, Bobinator, A Brick Wall, Micrometer, Eris, Donosky 20, Kira Yami, Hutch, Aaron Smith, If Smoke, MS Sme, Panther, Anton Kovalenko, Sukhoi Taco, Beyond Beto, Suitman, Garby, Bites, Smitech Robert, Ethan Lopez, Awinka TV, Bob Murray, Jiroxy, Marcus James, Aaron Gaddy, Lina, Alex Steen, Leo Huang, Thickthor, Sphincter, Alex Jackson, Cincinnati Bengals 100, Zane Chabuk, Stankiel 420, and Andrew Whitehurst. Now say hi to the new members that I'm only going to read out loud for the next 2 episodes through chicanery. Hayden RHN, Nikki Kostian, Nexus, Nizvis, Dylan, Lordalon, Joe Malone, Panzer of the Lake, Jacob J, Intelligence Corn, Swaggy Kitty, Luke David Burgess, Mel B, Rick Ticket Party, Tillash, Andy Stryker, Smogan, Northshire, Let Me Hit That CO2, Goku Mexicano, Julian B, Mohammed Fahmy, Jeremy Brown, Ryan Alexander, Ramsey Bolt, Silva, Alfie Sauce, Tyson Erickson, GV Fixed, Zakrisel, Barak Emin Aryansh, Pedro, Caleb, The Paintbrush 69, May A, Michael Myers, Her Butts, Rizzo 34, Adam, Captain Flip Flop, La Chapa, Eliza Grabarchuk, Hezem Dehash, Jalen Jones, Derbilbo Jacobs, CYKZ, Dylan, CTM, Levi, Seabass 1008, Hans Scharler, and Tiny Clown saying hello. Next week, it's one last little tasty episode before chicanery.
Fuck, what is it? Motherfucker.
Let's do it again.
Yep.
I fucked Ted.
What?
I fucked up.
I fucked Ted.
What?
I fucked up.
Working as a team.
That ending was really good.